So much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Wow, we have a lot to talk about lately. If you've been watching the videos here on the channel or if you've been joining me on the live streams lately, there is a lot going on right now. Well, in this video, as you probably noticed by the title of the live stream here, it's titled Exposed: SNAP Benefits, Food Stamps for the Low Income. What do I mean by that? Good question. That's what I want to focus on in this video because, yep, some more developments coming out on this. I want to share with you what we know as of right now and possibly what may be happening to this program that'll ultimately affect the benefits for the beneficiaries. Hooray! That's what we needed, right? Yeah, obviously I'm being sarcastic right now, right? But anyway, let me share with you a little bit of the framework that is out there, some of the ideas, the proposals, the concepts that are floating around, and likely are going to be happening to some degree, okay? Now, remember this much. Everything I'm going to share here with you here in this video is still in the concept proposal phase. Any of this is subject to change, but there's likely going to be something here. What is it going to look like? I'll tell you what the framework is as of right now, what they are planning or what it looks like as of now, and what we may expect here and, expect to see here in the matter of the next, few weeks, next couple months, however long it takes. We'll have to see all that, okay? All right, so let me kind of lay the groundwork here. What have we seen recently? Well, I'll tell you. It's not a trick question. It's not a quiz. I'll just tell you. It's the tax bill, right? I'm just going to call it the tax bill. We're all very aware of this. I've talked about it before in other videos. It's this big reconciliation bill, which I'm sure you've heard me talk about recently in separate videos on live streams. I've been talking about it for probably, I don't know, 5-6 months now. I've been saying this for a very long time. Get ready, get ready. In early 2025, it's coming. We know it's coming. They're already working on it. This was late last year. They were working on this thing, getting the framework together based on the new administration, things like that. They were just getting everything ready and just, if this whole thing comes together and if it works out, we're going to do this reconciliation bill. Well, here we are, early 2025, and they've been working on this thing for a while, and they have a lot of the framework together. Well, over the last, call it like week, a little over a week now, we got both of these different proposals out of the chambers, right? So the House of Representatives introduced theirs a few days ago, $4.5 trillion. We have the one out of the Senate from about maybe a week and a half ago-ish. Again, $4.5 trillion. It's a ton of money. I mean, that's that's nuts, right? Could you imagine if any of us had $4.5 trillion? We'd go wild. I mean, we'd buy entire continents with that amount of money. It's crazy. It's a massive amount of money. But my point is, that's within there, okay? Now, here's the thing as well. Let me point this out. A lot of people may not realize this. With this tax bill, they have to pay for the entire thing within the next 10 years. That's kind of like the objective here. That's the rule, okay? You got to get the pay-fors, whatever that happens to be, you got to pay for it within 10 years, okay? Well, as you've been hearing me talk about in videos and in live streams, who's coming together scraping up a bunch of money from every single angle that they possibly can, right? Yeah, you know what I'm about to say. Yep, DOGE, right? Department of Government Efficiency, which is led by Elon Musk and his team over there. Again, this whole video is not about DOGE or Elon, but you get what my point is, right? I've talked about these guys many times before in other videos, in live streams, but they're going to town on federal agencies, on federal contracts. I mean, it is nuts to see what they are doing. It's pretty interesting to see this. I mean, they are cleaning house, and it's pretty interesting. But here's the thing as well. Okay, so they got a $4.5 trillion price tag here that they need to basically compensate, right? They basically need to come together, find $4.5 trillion of pay-fors for this tax bill, okay? By the way, I just want to throw this out there really fast. I will make a new dedicated video talking about this, or I'll probably just jump on a live stream realistically to hammer this out, but I've seen some comments coming in saying, it's only for the rich, there's nothing in there for us. Not so fast, okay? Let's just focus on that in a separate video. There's actually some things in there for all of us, okay? Just want to make that very clear. It's not about just rich people, okay? I want to make that very clear. There's actually some pretty good stuff in there for just like all of us, okay? I just want to make that very clear, okay? We can talk about that in a separate video. Otherwise, realistically, this would turn into a very, very long live stream if I were to cover all of that here on this one. But there actually is some good stuff in there. It's not all good. I'm just going to say that much. It's not all good, but there is, some in there for us as well, okay? I just want to make that clear. Okay, so anyway, so we know that we have this $4.5 trillion reconciliation bill. And again, it could change. It could be whittled down to 4.2 or 4 trillion, not million. Yeah, what a joke. 4 trillion. It could be whittled down to 3.8 or 3.5. They could certainly bring this thing down. This is just the initial framework of this thing as it's coming in now, as it works its way through the chambers and they go through tons and tons of amendments and they negotiate this thing out. It's certainly going to change in a massive way. We already know that. But what's the change going to look like? We don't know quite yet. Okay. I could sit here for a very long time, by the way, and tell you all the details about it. I don't want to do that right now. Again, let's come back to that. It's going to turn into a way too long of a live stream if I do that. But what I do want to focus on is what I said in the title of this video. SNAP, food stamps, EBT, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, food assistance, whatever you want to call it, it's all referring to the same thing, and this is one of the topics that I cover here on the channel on a pretty regular basis when I see information coming out about it. Okay, here's what they're talking about, okay? And again, I want to reiterate before I say this, this is not confirmed yet, but it is within the framework as far as some of the pay-fors, okay? All right, so what are they doing? They're trying to scrape together money to pay for this whole package, okay? Now, right now, on an annualized basis, the SNAP program has about 42.2 million people that receive benefits, okay? Obviously, that number's oscillating all the time. It's changing all the time, but it's about 42 plus million people that are getting benefits from the SNAP benefit program. In total, the program sends out about $120 billion a year in the form of this program. It's a lot of money, right? It's about a $1.3 trillion price tag over a 10-year period of time, provided, that the beneficiary count doesn't continue to go up. That's just kind of like a linear number, okay? Does that make sense? But here's what they're talking about. Within the framework that they've released, okay, they have said cutting funding for SNAP benefits by no less than, okay, no less than means it must be at least $230 billion over the next 10 years, okay? Now let's run some quick math on that. Let me just run some mental math here for you to kind of show you how this whole thing shakes out. Remember, I said they spend $120 billion on this program every single year, about $1.2 trillion over a 10-year period of time. Again, not considering more beneficiaries or compounded or raises to benefits. It's just a linear number, 1.2. Realistically, it's actually more than that over a 10-year period of time. But you get the point behind that, okay? Now, if they were to shave this down by a minimum, no less than $230 billion over a 10-year period of time, let's run some simple math here. That would be a reduction on average of $23 billion a year over the course of 10 years. And if we're spending $120 billion a year on this thing, a $23 billion reduction would be, what is that, about 20%? Yeah, about 20%. About a 20% reduction to the program on an annualized basis. Okay, so how do they plan on doing that? Good question. Now, there have been discussions about possibly reducing benefits by about 20%. Seems like the numbers align here, right? Yeah, exactly. This is where this is coming from. Now, let me point something out really quickly that took place about... I could be off a little bit on my timelines here. I'm trying to think back what year it was. I think it was maybe 2021. It could have been 2022. One of those years. It was 2021, 2022. You can look it up if you want to. It's one of those years. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly which year it was. But the previous administration came in and offered, do you remember this? I talked about it at the time. It's a real thing. Look it up if you don't believe me. It really did happen. They raised SNAP benefits by 30% one year. I think that was in 2021, maybe. For whatever reason it was, I don't know what the exact reason was. Again, I don't remember. It was a few years ago. But they came in starting October 1st of, I think it was 2021, the beginning of the new fiscal year. They raised SNAP benefits by 30%. Big raise. Well, as you can imagine, they've been looking into it. So like Doge has been all over this, looking at it. And the new administration here has been looking at this saying, hey, that 30% raise was actually unlawful by the other administration. Okay, I'm just saying, okay, I'm not taking political sides here. I'm literally telling you what I'm finding as far as the research that's being done and, what they're digging up here, okay? All right, so anyway, they said that 30% was actually unlawful. So they're basically saying, hey, we're thinking about rolling that back. Maybe not the entire 30%, but maybe like 20% of it. Well, again, gee, what do you know? The numbers align here with the same 20% that I was talking about earlier, a reduction of no less than $230 billion over the course of 10 years, $23 billion a year, or about 20-ish%. Again, I'm trying to run the math in my head here. It's about 20%. I could be off by a couple percent there. I think it's about 20% reduction off the 120 billion on a yearly basis. That $23 billion coming off there, okay? Okay, so what does that mean for the beneficiary then? Good question. Are we going to see a 20% reduction of benefits? Maybe, okay? Maybe. And I say maybe because this is just something that they've talked about potentially adding in. Now, again, remember, this could be thrown out during the markup phase, during the amendment phase, during the negotiation phase, going back and forth from the Senate to the House and back and forth as they pass this and add amendments and remove amendments. This could be completely thrown out, okay? So just, this is what's being talked about, this is what's being proposed, but just because it's being proposed does not mean that it's actually going to happen yet, but this is in there. Make sense? Okay? So this is just something that could happen. Now, let me run some more just quick math for you, just really, really fast, simple math for you. Okay, let's just say that they come in and reduce benefits by 20%. Let's just run some real simple math. If you're getting a $100 benefit, reducing it by 20% would be obviously $20, going from 100 down to 80, okay? I'm not sure how they would do this, if they come in and reduce benefits for people, how they would structure this. Again, I'm not sure. That has not been outlined. I'm just saying, just use this as for example purposes. If you're getting a $200 benefit, again, a 20% reduction would be $40, going from 200 to 160, okay? Now, the maximum right now for a household of one is $292. 20% reduction on that would be, what is that, $58? Yeah, $58 reduction. So $292 less 58 is, whoa, what is that? Putting him on the spot here. What is that? I don't know. I'm confused right now. I'm on the spot. I can't think. Okay, 60, 30. It'd be like 34. I think 234. Is my math right on that? 234. Yeah, I think that's right. 234 would be a 20% reduction off of the 292 maximum for an individual. Check my math on that. I could be wrong. Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out right now as I talk. But anyway, okay, so that's what it would look like. But remember, any of this could be thrown out, okay? So let's not get worried about it yet. But my big question for this would be a couple different things. Number one, when would this be implemented? Would it be immediately upon the passage of this reconciliation bill? Would they wait until the new fiscal year? Remember, the fiscal year starts when? October 1st of every year. That's the fiscal year for the federal government. So right now we're in fiscal year and calendar year 2025, but the new 2026 fiscal year starts October 1st of this year, okay? And that's when SNAP benefits also are adjusted from the COLA and the new maximum benefits for a household of 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 and 7 and 12 and you know what I mean, the list goes on and on. So that's when all the changes come in. Is the fiscal year October 1st, okay? So that'd be my big question is, when would this be implemented? Immediately upon passage? Would it be, out in the future? Would it be the fiscal year? Would it be next fiscal year? Again, they could do that as well. They've done that before. Would it be the beginning of the new calendar year, 2026, next year? I don't know. Again, I have not found any information on that. But it's a good question, so we can maybe be a little bit prepared, I guess, going forward. Okay, one other quick side note here, and then I'm going to jump into the chat, so give me a couple minutes here, and I'm going to explain this. Next, I've seen the idea floating of expanding the work requirements to receive SNAP benefits, okay? Now, I've seen this on the SNAP level and the Medicaid level as far as implementing further work requirements to receive coverages. Okay, let me explain what this is because I know this is very, very confusing and I totally get it. The work requirements are for those people who fall into the category of, you know what I'm about to say, right? Yes, ABAWD. But WTF does that mean? Yeah, I know, right? I'm not funny. Sorry. Here's what it means. It means able-bodied adults without dependents. That's what it means. So basically what it means is it's somebody within the age range that they've identified who is able-bodied, in other words, doesn't have a disability, and they do not have a dependent under the age of 18, okay? It's a very small group of people. I'm going to be real with you. For all SNAP beneficiaries out there that fall into this ABAWD category, it's very small. It's a very small group of people as a percentage of the total 42 plus million people that get SNAP benefits. Does that make sense, right? So some questions that I've received on this as well, and again, I can make a dedicated video for you on this. I can come back in a live stream. I know that this is very confusing. But right now, the age requirement is through the age of 54. So 18 through 54 is the age is the age range for the work requirements to get SNAP benefits as an ABAWD person. Now, if somebody's between that age range, between 18 and 54, now, between those age ranges, and they have a dependent, say, who is 13, do they have to fulfill it? No, they're exempt because of the dependent. They're aged, the person is, say, aged, I don't know, 51, and they have a disability. Do they have to fulfill the WIC requirement? No. Why? Disabled, not able-bodied. Somebody who has a disability is not technically able-bodied. How about a woman who is, say, I don't know, I'm just going to make up an age here, 28, and she's pregnant? Would she be required to fulfill the WIC requirements in this case? No. Why? She's exempt for being pregnant, okay? There's a bunch of categories. Now, work requirements does not necessarily mean you got to go out and grind, 20 hours a week, and wake up early and go grind. That sounds like a lot of fun. Not. But anyway, you could be doing schooling, training, education, work, whatever. It all basically applies and checks the box under the work requirement category, okay? And how much is it? 20 hours per week and 80 hours per month. That's what it is, okay? Anyway, let's come back to that in a separate video. I don't want this live stream to get too crazy long here, but let me jump into the chat box now. I can answer some questions for you. Let me let me know what I can answer for you. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. I get it. It's rough out there. There's a lot of things going on right now, okay? So let's jump into the chat. Where's my phone? Here it is. Okay, let's jump into the chat, and I'll do what I can for you. If you're joining live, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Let me know what I can answer for you. And yeah, if you're watching the replay on this, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer those as well. Which, by the way, I'm hosting this live stream right now. It's Saturday evening at about, I don't know, 7:45-ish East Coast time, roughly, about that. So yeah, you'll know if you're joining live right now or so. Again, I don't know what time exactly it is. I think I went live at about like 7:32 or something like that. So East Coast, yeah. Okay, it's going to take me a second to get into the chat. I will do my best to get through as many as I possibly can. If I miss your comment, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm trying to do my best here to get to everybody as quickly as possible. I get it. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of concerns. It's going to take me a second here. I'm kind of slow. I apologize. Okay. Oh, no. Come on. Took a second to load there. Pretty slow. I hope that it's not glitching. It took weirdly long time for that to load here. So I hope the stream has been good so far. Yes. Here we go. Which, by the way, quick side note, I just ordered yesterday one of those internet booster extender things. I haven't had one of those yet, I know. I don't have one of those, but because I'm a little bit of a distance, like the what's that thing called? The modem is in the other room here, so like I'm separate from it, but I'm going to get one of those little internet booster things to plug in like right here in this room so that I, have hopefully better internet. But anyway, it should be arriving tomorrow, so I'll get that going right away. Sorry, I know you don't care, but hopefully my internet's good. Gamilio Santano, SSI good or no? SSI is good. Yep, SSI is good. Gamilio Santano, again, I could be saying your name incorrectly. I apologize, but yeah, SSI is good. Don't worry, you're fine for right now. Linda Provencher, hey, hello. So nice to see you. Thanks, Linda. I appreciate you hanging out. Nice to see you as always, Linda. Abundantly His Treasure. Is that the name? I love it. That's funny. I like the name there. That's very clever. Okay, so it looks like based on your comment, looks like you have 16-year-old sons, or one or two. It sounds like you have a 16-year-old child. Sorry, not really a child. I mean 16. That's a 16-year-old son. and it looks like you get disability income. You're asking if you would need to be basically fulfilling this. Well, based on a couple different instances here, no. Okay, no. In your situation, you wouldn't. Reason being is you've got the dependent under the age of 16. You are within the age range. Yep, 51. You said that you're 51 and you're within the age range. 100% you are, but you're exempt for a couple of reasons. Number one, you have the 16-year-old dependent, right? Yep, under the age of 18. Plus, you said you get disability income. If you get disability income, that would make me assume that you probably have a disability. If not, I apologize. I'm certainly not trying to, be rude here at all. But if you get disability income, I'm assuming you have a disability. If you have a disability, the rule says people with a disability are technically not able-bodied, which, by the way, I know that sounds super harsh to me, but I am in the exact same category, okay? I'm in the same situation. I'm blind, okay? That's my situation. I have a disability. Trust me, I am not able-bodied. You do not want me guiding you anywhere. I promise you that, okay? Just trust me on that one. It would be really bad. The blind leading the sighted. It would not be a good situation. I 100% promise you. We would not make it very far. Okay. Karen Jeffries. Hello, Karen Jeffries. So nice to see you. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Nice to have you, Karen. No. Tina Nielsen. Tina Nielsen, you said that you're on, I think you said SSDI, and then you also applied for SSI, and you asked, will it mess up your disability? No, it shouldn't, right? It is something you can do. Yep, you can get SSDI and SSI simultaneously. It's called concurrent claims. It is a real thing. Some people do get it, but no, it should not mess up your disability whatsoever, okay? If anything, they might reject it and deny your SSI, application or claim. But no, it should not impact your SSDI whatsoever, okay? And again, remember, concurrent claims, as in disability and SSI simultaneously, does not go out to everybody. In fact, it's a small percentage of people. But yes, for sure, some people can get it. And if that's your situation, then hopefully you get it. That'd be great. Which, by the way, in that type of situation, the maximum you'd be able to get is equivalent to the maximum SSI benefit. So let's just say that you're getting an SSDI benefit of, say, I'm just going to use nice round numbers here for easy mathematical purposes, okay? Let's just say that you're getting an SSDI benefit of, say, $500, okay? The maximum SSI benefit right now is $967. So the maximum you could be eligible for as an SSI, concurrent claim beneficiary would be $467. Where'd I come up with that number? 500 plus 467 is $967, okay? That's what it comes out to be. You can only get up to the maximum of the SSI maximum benefit, which is that, $967. Does that make sense? Hope so, Tina. Kelly McFadden, I think it is. Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining. Really appreciate you. That's a really good question, okay? As of right now, it's maybe going to be fixed. Well, okay, I shouldn't say fixed. Sorry, that was the wrong word to use. It may be chopped up. Okay, does that give you a little bit better of a visual on this? But Kelly, here's what I would say. Watch the first, 10, 12 minutes or so of this live stream. I explained everything there as far as what's going on, what they're possibly going to be doing, how SNAP could be changing within this $4.5 trillion tax bill that's out there. They've got SNAP, in their sights, okay? Just saying. I'd say watch the first 10-ish, 12 minutes or so of this video, which, by the way, if you're just jumping on right now and you're just jumping in wondering, what is this all about? You're talking about questions, things that don't have anything to do with the title. You're right. I'm in the chat box now. But the first, probably 12 or so minutes of this video, again, I don't know how long exactly it was, probably the first 12 or so minutes of the live stream, I did talk about exactly everything that I wanted to cover here, consistent with the title. So if you're just joining now, I'd say either, rewind the live stream back and watch it from the start, or wait for this live stream to end and then go up, and then you can just watch it to the first 10-ish minutes or so. That's all you really need to watch, honestly. I hope that helps. But yes, if you're just joining now, I covered it all the first 10, 12 or so minutes of this live stream. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's a really unfortunate situation too. I apologize. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but yes, you said basically because of the cola, you got a massive reduction to your SNAP benefits. Exactly. That is one of the big downfalls of the cola. For those people that do get SNAP benefits at the same time, is that the cola comes in, raises your benefit, which also raises your income, and then they come in and say, "Wow, look at all your money. Let's take some of your SNAP benefit away," right? And then they reduce your SNAP benefit, which, by the way, late last year and a few times throughout the year last year, they did bring back or talk about, I should say, the Colas Don't Count Act. Have you heard me talk about that one before? The last time I heard about it was in like I think it was like December-ish last year, maybe November, December, something like that. It was late last year. I heard about it a little bit where they thought, "Hey, let's bring it back," and I said, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring it back." Basically, what it's called the Colas Don't Count Act. It's a piece of legislation that they introduced maybe a little over a year ago, I would say. Again, I don't remember exactly when it was. Maybe like a little over a year ago, they introduced it, and basically what it did is it would no longer count the colas to impact SNAP benefits. That's why they call it the Colas Don't Count Act. But obviously, they never passed it, so huge surprise there. Yeah. Daniel Wyndham, you said? Daniel Wyndham, yeah, you said SSI is next. Uh, let's just wait and see. Again, I would not get worried about SSI. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm certainly not going to say that it is. Okay, I wouldn't worry about SSI right now, but let's just see what happens there. Okay, let's not get worried about that. But yeah, I appreciate the comment. Let's just continue watching. Who knows what's going to come next? I mean, seriously, it's like it's coming. It's coming fast. T Dog. T Dog. I love it. T Dog. T Dog. I love it. Yep. Hello, T Dog. I like it. That's a really cool name. That's just straight to the point. I like that. Yeah, George Henderson. George Henderson, I see your comment there. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, Susan Ryan. Hello, Susan Ryan. Nice to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us, Susan. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Tina Nielsen is saying I only get $23 a month for my groceries. Exactly. $23 is the minimum you can get with SNAP benefits, and it's been the minimum, this $23 for about, I think this is the third year now that $23 has been the minimum on SNAP benefits. So yeah, that's rough. That gets you practically nothing. Yeah. The Imaginator. Hey, Imaginator, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, great to have you here. Thank you. Yeah, Janice Thompson. Yeah, I saw your comment there. I think you're talking about the 30% increase. I think so too. I think it was relative to the times and what was going on then. And yeah, I think you're right on that as far as that 30% from a few years ago. Again, I think that was 2021. We could look that up, but it was around there. But yeah, good call, Janice. Yeah, Road Dog, Road Dog. Hey, we got Road Dog and we got T Dog. This is cool. How about Corn Dog? Anybody want to be a corn dog? Funny. Yeah, exactly. Karen Decker is that what it is? Yeah. The confusing part about Snap and the work requirements and stuff like that. Yeah, Karen Decker, I think it is. Yeah, thank you for watching. Really appreciate that comment as well. Is it Pumpkin? Is it Pumpkin Coleman? Yeah, Pumpkin Coleman, I think it is. I think you said North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah, so the maximum is 292 across the entire country, but just because the maximum for an individual, a household of one, I should say, is 292, does not mean that everybody gets the maximum, okay? In fact, the vast majority of people do not get the maximum for their household size. That's just the maximum for an individual or household of one, but there's a lot of people that get significantly less than that. In fact, the average benefit for a household of one is something like, I don't know, 220, 225, 230, something like that. It's not, it's not near the maximum there. So yeah. Joe Mimic? Joe Mimic is the Mo 3? Is it really Mo 3? Joe Mimic? Hey, I see you there. Thanks for watching. I see your message there. Yeah, hey, Joe, nice to see you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, I'm just seeing some comments here. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you. Yeah, Pamela Skagg, is that what it is? Pamela? Pamela, I see you there. Hopefully prices on food will come down as well. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Pamela. Nice to see you as always. Yep, Tammy Humphrey. Yeah, Tammy Humphrey is saying they cut my stamps twice, once in September and once in January. Yeah, again, I would bet that the January cut to your benefit came in because of the COLA, as in it raised up your benefit, raised your income, therefore you were qualified for less according to their calculations. And then again in September, maybe that was because of the new fiscal year coming and the adjustments there. Yeah. Sandra Blake is saying, dude, get to the point. Hey, Sandra Blake, what I would say is, hey, dude, go back and watch like the first like 10, 12, 15 minutes of this video. I talked about all of it right there. I couldn't possibly get much more to the point there. I literally started the live stream and started talking about everything. So after I talk through all the content, then I get into the chat and I answer questions. So yeah, there you go. I already talked about it. If you want to hear about it, go back and watch the first 10, 12, 15 minutes of this video. Yeah, Matthew Hill. Hello, Matthew Hill. Nice to see you as always. Pennsylvania checking in, right? Yeah. Nice to see you, Matthew. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Maria, I see you there. Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, but thank you for watching. Nice to see you as always. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Harv Miller is saying they only give the elderly $23 a month. That's the minimum that you can get on a SNAP, as a SNAP beneficiary. But yeah, some people do get a lot more than that, but that is the minimum. Yeah, not everybody gets the $23, but don't get me wrong. Yep, a bunch of people do certainly get the $23 a month. Nice. Is it Joaquin Guinel? I think it is. Sorry, I could be saying your name incorrectly, but I think it's Joaquin Guinel, maybe. Out there in the Philippines, you said, on vacation. Awesome. That is so cool. Yeah. Thank you for checking in. Nice to have you here from the Philippines. That's awesome. Very cool. Thank you, Joaquin. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you. Yeah, nice to see you. Yeah, exactly. Mike Schur, I see your message there. Yeah, exactly. You get $139 a month. Looks like you have 2 kids who are dependents. Exactly. Yeah, rough. $139 doesn't get you much these days, right? I mean, not very much at all. Yep. Kevin Gallagher, I see you there as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yep. Uh, Bobby Cross. Bobby Cross, is it? Checking in from Pennsylvania, it looks like. Yeah, thanks, Bobby. Nice to have you here. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking through some comments here. Just kind of some statements, not really some questions that I was seeing there. So, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Appreciate being here, Bobby Cross, Pennsylvania. Is it Putin? Putin? I think that's the name there. Hey, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, looks like you're having amputation surgery. Wow. Yeah, hope you're doing well. Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, but yeah, seriously, we'll be thinking of you. Thank you for letting us know. Wishing you the absolute best with that. I just really hope that you're okay. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, just remember this much as well. I mean, the people that are doing that for you, I mean, they're like highly skilled, very professional people. I mean, I know it sounds like super scary, which yeah, but at the end of the day, you're probably in really good hands as well. So anyway, thank you for letting us know. We'll certainly be wishing you the absolute best. Thank you. Nina, I see your message there. Nina, thanks. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you, Nina. Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, but yep, Nina, I see your message. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Okay, so this is interesting. I've seen your name around a while. My phone pronounces it as Lead, Lita Lindsay, maybe something like that. But when I go through the spelling of your name, it starts with an O. So not sure if my phone really knows what it's saying, but I apologize. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I really apologize about that. I'm terrible with pronouncing names, but Lita Lindsay, maybe. I hope that's right. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I apologize, but thank you. I've seen you around the last few live streams here. Thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate it. And again, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at saying names. I am not good with names, like pronouncing them. Yeah, George, what is it? George 3 Lee Reynolds, is it? Hey, George, nice to have you here. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. So glad that you enjoyed the videos and the live streams. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Dave Warner, I get 152. Yeah, shout out to you, Dave Warner. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, again, that 152 doesn't go a whole lot these days, right? Yeah, not much. Imaginator. I see your comment about the store you worked at. Yeah, Imaginator. Thanks for sharing that. That's funny. Thank you. Yeah, Nina, I see your comment there again. Thank you. Your other comment, thank you. Yeah, Indiana here. I see you there. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it as well. Nice. Terminator T800. That sounds really cool. That sounds like a really cool thing. Terminator T800. Great show. I love the comment and I love the name. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, that just sounds really cool. Yeah, I love the name. Okay, we'll spend a little bit more time here, not a whole lot, and I don't really see any super urgent questions here in regards to what I was talking about. Again, if you're just jumping on live right now, I talked about the details consistent with the title, the first like 10, 12, maybe 15 minutes or so of this live stream. So I covered all that a long time ago. I'm just going through the chat now. That's how I structure my live streams, as I always go through the content first, and then after I share everything I wanted to share, then I go into the chat box and just answer questions about anything. So that's what I'm doing now. So if you're just jumping on now and you're wondering, what is this happening? What is going on here? This has nothing to do with what I thought we were going to hear here. It's because I covered it at the beginning. Okay, so just if you're looking for, what I'm talking about with SNAP and food stamps and low income things like that, check out the first 10, 12 or so minutes of this live stream. You'll see it all there. Pretty interesting. Yep. Yeah, this guy is clearly completely lost in the world. This guy's saying more BS. Okay, when I hear stupid comments like that, all that tells me is you're not listening to a freaking word that I'm saying. So yeah, maybe you should actually listen for a minute and actually pay attention, because I guarantee you just came on here and you're saying that comment. You're not listening. I'm not even gonna say your name because it's not even worth my time to say your name, okay? You know who you are. You just left a stupid ass comment. Yep. Yeah, Norma J something. Norma, yeah, I see your comment there. Norma, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, Sally. Yeah, Sally, again, I covered the content the first like 10 or so minutes of this video. I'd say watch that, and you'll know exactly. Yep. Yeah, Denise M. You say Indiana? Yeah, nice. Denise M. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. From Indiana. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Denise. Oh, awesome. Karen Decker, you're saying $23 goes a long way. Gets you your coffee. That's super cool, right? If you can have something cover your coffee at least per month, that's a cool way to do it. Yeah, that's awesome. Abundantly his treasure. Really good question. You're saying, are they going to be cutting off health insurance or health insurance, Medicaid, or other resources? Let's come back to that in a separate video, okay? That's a whole other can of worms that I'm going to open up in a separate video. Stay tuned. I will cover that in a separate one. Maybe. Let's leave it at that, okay? So abundantly his treasure. That's a really good question. Let me cover that for you in a separate video. That's a long live stream in and of itself. We can cover it there, and I'll share with you everything that I know about that now. Just hang tight on that, okay? Thank you for the question, by the way. Yeah, Matthew Bracey. Hey, nice to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Yeah, Denise M. Nice. Joaquin Guinel. Yeah, Joaquin Guinel. Oh, perfect. I'm so glad I'm saying your name correctly. That's awesome. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Joaquin. Awesome. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, Kenny Lynch. Kenny Lynch. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Nice. Hawaiian 5-0, is that what it is? Hawaiian 5-0. I see all of your little emojis there. I like it. Thanks for watching. Nice to see you. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Yep, Imaginator. I see your comments there. Thanks again. Nice to see you. Is it, shoot, I'm going to say this wrong. I apologize. Mimby September? Sorry, I know I'm saying that incorrectly. I'm so sorry about that. Mimby September, I think it is the name. Yeah, SSI in New Jersey. I think you get like $258, I think you said, a month. Yeah, thank you for checking in. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Again, I didn't really see any comments specific to what I shared earlier. Let's leave it at that for now. Again, if you're just joining on right now, I covered the details the first like 10, 12-ish minutes of the video, talking about SNAP, food stamps, things like that as it pertains to the low income, what's in the plan, in the proposal, the concepts, the ideas that are out there now, and what they may be doing with this massive $4.5 trillion reconciliation bill that they're currently working on right now, okay? Stay tuned. I will keep you posted with further details on that. There's more coming out. This is not the only thing that's in there. I guarantee you there's a lot more than that. I will come on here in a separate video or live stream and shake out more of the details for you. We've got a lot to dig through in this package. I'll continue to keep you posted on it. Otherwise, if you're just joining live now, again, check out the first 10, 12 minutes of this video. I covered it all right there. Let's leave it at that for now. I don't want this to get too long. And again, I can come back in another one. No problem. Let me know what you need from me. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to. Again, subscribe button around somewhere. Thank you. Again, truly appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. And I'll catch you again tomorrow in other videos. A lot of stuff. And who knows? Maybe I'll be back in a live stream tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Realistically. Okay? All right. Have a good night. And I'll catch you again tomorrow. Thank you again. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for joining. Let's do this. Finish. Whoops. What happened now? Yes. All right.